Hello everyone, welcome to another Silly Tales Reviews Ender Lilies, Quietest of the Night. This little indie darling metroid-vania came out in January of 2021, exactly a year ago today, and I just beat it for the first time last week. I did platinum it. Let's dive in to what makes this game so amazing. It is a Metroidvania, and in case you are unfamiliar with the genre, it is a combination of the Metroid games and the Castlevania games of old, where you start off in one tiny room and you move forward, usually, exploring a ever-changing, well, not ever-changing, but ever-expanding, massive map, and you'll come across lots of barriers that you can't get past until you find a certain upgrade in the game that will then allow you to backtrack and get past that area. And it is one of my favorite genres. Super enjoyable and addicting. My favorite one of all time by a mile is Hollow Knight, and that was what made me so interested in this game, Ender Lilies. Was a lot of people were comparing it to Hollow Knight, saying just as good or even better than Hollow Knight. And I'm going to tell you right now, for me, no way. Hollow Knight is 100 times still the better game than Ender Lilies. But Ender Lilies is very good in its own right, plays entirely differently. You play as a little girl who is the priestess of the font, or fount. I think it's like a fountain, priestess of the fount, if you will. And you awake in this blight-ridden world where it's always raining and everyone is dead and they turn into these blighted creatures. And this spirit comes to you, who is a swordsman, and says, well, let's get to it and let's clean up this blight, shall we, little girl? And she's like, okay. There is no voice acting to speak of in this game at all, and all of the story is given to you in like journal entries that you find throughout the massive map. And whenever you beat a boss, there's a cutscene that plays out that you have to read. And it's like a, maybe 30-40 second cutscene. There's like 8 or 10 of them. I thought the story was the weakest element. I didn't care for it at all. When a game makes you read everything to gain the story, I really want to. Like, I'll go into it, I'm like, I'm gonna read everything. And I'll get halfway through the game and I'm like, I'm done reading. So I read, the first 30, 40 journal entries out of like 100, and then I just picked them up as a collection and skipped them. So for me, story, 2 out of 10. Couldn't care less about the story whatsoever. But the real shining gem of this game is the gameplay itself, the combat. You start off with the swordsman spirit, and he literally can just attack 3 times in a row, and that's it. But as you go through the game, you'll come across actual bosses and mini bosses that when you kill them, you purify them, and they become a spirit that you can add to your arsenal. And you can have a main attack, and then 2 spirits helping you at any given time between rest points, and you have 2 loadouts that you can switch between as you're playing the game. So you really can have 2 main attacks and 4 other attacks to help you. And then all the traversal stuff you get can be used in combat as well. Everything from double jumping to dashing forward really fast to a hammer that breaks the ground. All of the different areas that you go to are very varied and super enjoyable. Besides one freaking area, it's like this poisony area. Hated that area, but it's like Metroidvania, so you're gonna come across a lava area, you're gonna come across a snow area, a water area, a poison area. That's just very stereotypical Metroidvania fare, because you'll come across an ice area and you're like, well, I can't traverse this, I need to withstand cold better. And then you progress a little bit in the game and you're like, oh, look at this, I got an upgrade that lets me withstand cold, pretty good. And now you can go to this cold area. It took me about 20 hours or so for the platinum, so not a very long game. And honestly, I bought it around Christmas time, and I played it, and I wasn't enjoying it. Like, it was just like, it was good, but really slow, really boring at first, and the game didn't really click for me until like 75% through, and then it was super enjoyable. Besides the sword guy, you get a guy with a huge hammer, and then you get a guy with like really fast claws, and then you get someone with a mace, and then a faster hammer. So like once you started getting like the better skills and you actually started upgrading them, then it became really enjoyable. And there's really not too much else to say about the game. If you enjoy Metroidvanias, absolutely pick it up. If you've never played a Metroidvania before, I think it is a bit easier than most. The other main thing is there's no quests in the game. You have your main quest, which is purify the land, kill all the bad guys. There's 3 endings. They were all very easy to get. I had to look up how to get one of them, just because even though it's easy to get, there is a certain path you have to take to get it. But I would give the game a 7 out of 10, and it was going to be a 6 out of 10 until that last 25% of the game was really, really enjoyable, and I didn't want to stop playing. I wanted to upgrade all my guys, I wanted to get all the skills, and it was really fun 100%ing the map once you had all the traversal to you. And that's it. I mean, there's nothing else really to say. It's a small indie game, $25 on Steam. I got it for like $12 on the PlayStation Store when it was on sale, so it's super worth either price for sure for a 20-hour game. But what I'm going to do is, if you stuck around to this part of the review, I mentioned a giveaway on my Twitter yesterday, which you should follow, just SillyTales, @SillyTales on Twitter. So the giveaway is only going to happen if this video reaches 100 views. I don't feel like that's asking a lot. You have to subscribe to the channel, watch, and comment what your favorite Metroidvania is of all time. And then if this video reaches 100 views, I will pick a winner from those comments. And the giveaway is, I will give away Ender Lilies. Whatever system you have, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Steam, I will send you a $25 gift card for that system. And then, you should purchase Ender Lilies with it. If you don't, I can't really tell you what to do with the money I give you. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. Giveaway. 100 views, please. Comment, subscribe. What's your favorite Metroidvania? I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, wherever you are. And next week, I will be reviewing Nobody Saves the World, which I'm really enjoying right now. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.